Here's another thrilling CAD video. In this video, we are going to create a new part studio. We're going to make some gears. So let's start by creating part studio. Let's make the driver gear first, the one that attaches to the motor. So I'm going to rename this, and let's all do 40 millimeters, a 40 millimeter driver gear. Okay, so rename it so it stays all organized and you can find stuff quickly. And it doesn't matter what plane you draw on. I'm going to draw on the front plane. You may have to go up here and go to custom, add custom features. If you have spur gear installed, you're ready to go. Be right with you. And if you don't have spur gear installed up here, then add custom features. Go to feature script samples. Search up here for spur gear. And there it is. That's the first one, custom feature. I'm not going to add it because I already have it. Okay. So once you have that installed, you can go to spur gear and choose it. It's going to default to a 25 tooth gear with a diameter of 25 millimeters, and that gives it a module of 1 because module is diameter over tooth count. So it's 25 over 25. Now what I'm going to do is change this to a 40 millimeter gear, 40. It'll keep the tooth count the same, so the module will go up. And it becomes a 1.6 module. That's very important. That's how we match the teeth later. It's the ratio of really, when you get down to it, it's the ratio of diameter to tooth count. But if you think about it, circumference is a function of diameter, right? Pi times diameter is circumference. And so really you can view this as really a ratio of circumference. You get a different value, but it's a count of number of teeth on a given circumference, and so we need to have that ratio the same, so the teeth are the same size. Which is to say, if you have a bigger circumference, you're going to need more teeth if you're going to keep them the same size, etc. So anyway, enough on that. Right, we have a 40 millimeter gear with a module of 1.6 and 25 teeth. I'm going to go ahead and accept that. I'm going to go ahead, and for reasons you'll understand real soon, this is what holds it off and away from the motor mount and the physical assembly of the motor itself. And we're just going to draw a little standoff cylinder, for lack of a better term. I'm going to click right on there. I'm going to sketch on it. I'm going to grab my circle tool, and from the center, I'm going to draw a 12 millimeter circle. Oh, I got close. 11.67. I'm going to turn that to 12. There's a 12 millimeter circle there. I'm going to extrude it by 8 millimeters. I'm going to extrude that by 8 millimeters. And I've got this little sort of cylinder that'll keep the gear, the rotating part of the teeth, etc., away from the motor mount assembly, etc. So it'll keep it it'll keep it running clear. Right? Now let's put a hole in that for the shaft. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and sketch right on that surface. And what am I going to sketch? A center point rectangle. And I'm going to draw a 4 by 6 millimeter rectangle. 4 millimeters, 6 millimeters. And I'm going to go ahead and extrude that. Removal extrusion. And it's all the way through. This gear is good to print right now. It's ready to go. All done. Now let's just go make a 100 millimeter gear and make sure we get the module to be 1.6, and then that'll be ready to go too. So let's go create a new part studio, and let's rename it. First thing, rename it 100 millimeter. This is not the drive gear. This is the driven gear. Driven gear is driven by the driver gear. All right, so 100 millimeter driven gear. Excuse me. And I'm going to just choose my front plane again. I'm going to open up my spur gear. And if you see what happens here, if I just go change the diameter, it's going to keep the tooth count the same. And then the teeth are entirely different. Now the module is 4. It's over twice as big. The module is over twice as big. The teeth are over twice as big as we want them to be. So let's not set the diameter by doing that. Let's set the diameter by calculating diameter, right? So I'm going to actually just, I'm just going to get rid of that and reopen it so I can show you what to do properly. There's that same default gear we saw on the first slide that we went with, or nearly. We changed this to 40, right? But let's not change this because that keeps the tooth count at 25, so the teeth get really big. If you make a giant circumference and only 25 teeth, well, then the teeth are big, and they won't fit with the other teeth. So module is diameter. Module is diameter over tooth count. So tooth count is diameter over module, and I want the diameter to be 100, and I want over a module of 1.6, so it matches the other gear. So I want my tooth count to be 63. Right? So I'm going to go over here and change 25 to 63, and my module I'm going to change to 1.6, so it matches the other. Right, so I've got 1.6 module, and I've got 63 teeth, which brings it just a hair over 100 millimeters. That might be a little too big, really. It might hit the table. Let's just change that to a 62. And now we're a hair under 100 millimeters in diameter. So that's about right. So if you just go enter 1.6 in module and 62 in tooth count, it's going to bang, make your diameter 99.2 millimeters, and you're good to go. Bang. All I need here, I don't want this to rub on the box, right? So what I'm going to do is just make a little circle on it and make another standoff like we did in the previous one. I'm going to sketch right on this face. I'm going to sketch right on that face, and I'm just going to put a little circle there. I don't know, maybe just 5 millimeters or something in diameter. Maybe just 5 or 7 millimeters. I want to do 7 millimeters in diameter. And that should be big enough. Yes, that'll be big enough because we need to put a hole there too. Let's extrude that out by just a few millimeters, 3-ish. Let's extrude that out by 3 millimeters. And we get that little thing there to keep, that's for when we put it against the box. You don't have this whole face, including the teeth, dragging on the side of your box. The only thing that may touch the box is this right here. We may have to change its size. Let's see what happens here. We all know that this is going to go on an axle. And the axle is a square axle, 1/4 inch. And so I'm going to do center point rectangle, and I'm going to go 0.27 by 0.27. My work environment is in millimeters right now, so I've got to write inches. 0.27 inches. Okay, that's too big. I mean, we need that. So by 0.27 inches, 0.27. Oh, I didn't write IN. Excuse me. Let me just get to that number. 0.27, not millimeters, 0.27 inches. And so I need to make my circle bigger to encompass this. So I'm gonna go ahead and just leave that square there. I'm gonna go back to my circle sketch, and I had that at 7. I'm just gonna double that up. 14 millimeters. Now that looks much better, right? So now I'm going to just grab that square, that 0.27 by 0.27 square, and I'm going to do a removal extrusion, and now I have my second gear that will mesh really well with my first gear. Let's take a super quick look here, create an assembly, just to look at my gears together. I got a 100 millimeter driven gear, and I've got a 40 millimeter driver gear. I've got double instances because I did it a couple days ago for myself, and I just did it for you. So I've got 2 of each. But just looking at this, we can get a really good idea that these teeth are really going to mesh quite well, right? They're going to drive each other well. If we had very different sized teeth, this wouldn't work. But we were careful with setting the module properly, and thereby the teeth. Your motor's going to spin this gear. It'll spin kind of quickly. This gear will spin less quickly and power the axle, which drives your cams. and the push rods and the toppers, of course. So there it is, 2 gears in just a few minutes, and you're good to go. All right, get it done, and when you're done, share these with me so I will print your gears, and we'll be off to the races. Very good. Talk to you later. Bye.